Imagine a lively thought factory inside your brain where tiny idea makers like serotonin and dopamine are always buzzing around, sparking your mood and motivation. Alongside them, GABA and glutamate are busy fine-tuning the flow of signals, kind of like the factory's own quality control team, making sure everything runs smoothly and in sync. When all goes well, you get sharp insights, create breakthroughs, and steady emotions. But if the balance tips or some processes get disrupted, say GABAergic signaling gets out of whack or neurogenesis slows down, the factory can feel a bit chaotic and unpredictable. Our thought factory isn't just a static machine. It's constantly remodeling itself through neuroplasticity, rewiring based on what you experience and learn. For example, childhood adversity or environmental factors can leave subtle marks on your DNA methylation patterns, acting like sticky notes that influence how your genes are expressed later in life, affecting your thinking and emotional responses. Think of it as the factory scrapbook full of epigenetic tags telling a story about your development. But the factory's environment isn't shaped only by experiences. There are invisible forces at play too. Imagine light signals traveling through the retina as an electrical spark, cascading down neural pathways to create a symphony of activity that your brain interprets as perceptions. Interestingly, some scientists suggest that tiny bioluminescent signals, kind of like microscopic flashlights, may also help neurons communicate, involving mitochondria and reactive molecules that flicker within cells. It's as if each neuron is a tiny light bulb dancing in harmony, helping maintain the delicate redox balance and manage reactive oxygen species. Balance is key. Oxidative stress and inflammation can challenge this delicate system, especially under environmental pressures or in conditions like amblyopia or strabismus. These visual neural challenges involve changes in the primary visual cortex and related pathways, where the brain attempts to adapt through plasticity. Sometimes this adaptation is helpful, but other times it can lead to maladaptive changes, like hallucinations and Charles Bonnet syndrome. We can peek into this activity using tools like bold imaging, which shows us how different parts of the brain respond during learning or adaptation. Neurochemical signals like GABA acting on receptors can be modulated with medications, diazepam, tiagabine, or baclofen, either helping or hindering plasticity depending on the situation. All these processes, chemical, electrical, and even quantum, intertwine what some call the electromagnetic field of consciousness. It's a fascinating idea that our brain's activity isn't just physical, but might involve complex quantum-like information fields, giving rise to our subjective experience, what we might call the thought mode or dynamic potential. From tiny sparks of bioluminescence to vast neural networks, from genetic tags to quantum theories, the thought factory is a marvelous universe of activity, constantly learning, adapting, and shining in its own vibrant way. Who knows, perhaps someday unraveling these luminous signals will help us unlock even deeper secrets of consciousness, perception, and human experience.